Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Soil erosion and conservation. Knowledge acquisition. In this chapter, we will study about importance and kinds of soils, formation and composition of soil, the factors causing soil erosion, the methods of soil conservation. The uppermost layer of the earth is called soil. It is made up of tiny pieces of rocks and remains of dead plants and animals. Soil also contains many microorganisms. Types of soil. There are mainly three types of soil: sandy soil, clay soil, and loam soil. 1. Sandy soil. It does not hold moisture. Thus, water and all other nutrients flow away with water. Therefore, it needs regular addition of fertilizers. 2. Clay soil. It holds moisture, so it is rich in nutrients. But it forms hard lumps when wet. It also develops cracks in hot weather, causing harm to the roots of the plants. 3. Loam soil. It is also holds moisture and it is also rich in nutrients. It has good qualities of both sandy and clay soil. Therefore, it is best suited for plant growth. Importance of soil. Soil is as essential for life forms as water and air. It is very useful for us in many ways. Plants need soil to grow and survive. They provide food to all living things. They grow well only in the top soil. Therefore, farmers preserve the top soil for better crops. Animals like snake, rabbit, ant, mole, rat, earthworm, etc. use soil as home. We use soil for a variety of purposes. Formation of soil. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks due to action of wind, water, temperature, and microorganism. This is called weathering. Formation of soil is very slow and gradual process. It takes thousands of years of constant weathering to form a layer of soil. Composition of soil. Soil consists of a number of components. These include soil particles, gravel, sand, clay, humus, minerals, water, moisture, and air. Various organisms like earthworms, snails, insects, and other microorganisms like bacteria and fungi are also found in soil. Among these, earthworms are very helpful to the soil. They improve soil drainage by tunneling through the soil and loosening compact areas. Their movement helps to bring the nutrients that are present deeper in the soil to the surface. This improves the fertility of soil and helps in plant growth. Due to this reason, they are also known as friends of farmers. Besides this, microorganisms like bacteria and fungi also help in the complete breakdown of dead plants and animals. Soil erosion. The top layer of the soil is fertile, soft and light. Heavy rain, running water, and wind can remove the top layer of soil easily. The removal of soil by wind or flowing water is called soil erosion. Soil erosion results in loss of soil fertility, which makes the land unsuitable for farming. This affects the food availability in that particular region. Causes of soil erosion. There are various agents of soil erosion. 1. Wind. When wind blows, it takes away the top layer of soil, leaving the land barren. In desert and semi-desert regions where strong winds blow, a lot of top soil is carried away. This affects the manures because manure too is blown away. 2. Water. Water causes soil erosion in two ways, due to rain and due to running water bodies. Heavy rain washes the soil and running water takes a lot of soil. Heavy rain has a bed effect in hilly regions. Water flows at a great speed down the hills and loosen the particles of soil. This results in washing away of the nutrient-rich soil, making the land barren. Moving water of river removes rock and soil from its bank and causes soil erosion. 3. Grazing animals. Overgrazing by animals like cows, sheep, goats, etc. also causes soil erosion. Sometimes these animals graze on the same field continuously. So the grass cover gets destroyed and soil can be carried away by wind or running water. Poor farming can also result in erosion. 4. Human activities. Thousands of trees are cut down to meet our different needs. Cutting of trees or deforestation is a major cause of soil erosion. When trees are cut down, the soil becomes loose and it easily carried away. Soil conservation. The protection of soil and its prevention against erosion is known as soil conservation. We have learned that how soil is important as a natural resource for sustaining life on the earth. Hence, it is the responsibility of mankind to preserve soil and avoid losing it as much as possible. Methods of soil conservation. We cannot stop natural forces like wind and water from causing soil erosion. However, soil can be conserved by controlling the actions of these agents of erosion. Following are the various ways by which soil conservation can be done. 1. By plantation, afforestation. Soil can be conserved by planting grass and plants. It is the cheapest and most effective way of soil conservation. The roots of trees and plants hold the soil firmly and prevent it from being blown away or washed away. If land is not being used for farming, it is good to grow grass on it. The grass covers the top soil and holds it down so that the top layer is not carried away by wind and water. 2. By terrace farming. In hilly areas, water flows at a great speed down the hills and loosens the particles of soil. This results in washing away of the nutrient-rich soil, making land barren. To prevent it, slopes are cut into terrace or steps for growing crops. The steps slow down the flow of water. As the water flows down, some soil from one step is left on the next step. Thus, soil is never completely lost. Farming on such slopes is called terrace farming. 3. By dams and embankments. During the monsoon, many rivers overflow and flood the fields. During flood, a great part of topsoil is washed away by rivers. In order to prevent the great loss, dams and embankments are built for checking soil erosion. Making walls of rocks and stones on the banks of river is called embankment. This holds the water between the banks and prevents soil erosion. 4. By cover crops. After the crops are harvested, there is a time gap before planting a new crop. To prevent the soil from being blown away, plants, grass, peas, groundnut, etc. are grown on the bare field. This is known as a cover crop. The roots of the cover crop holds the soil from being blown or washed away. 5. By avoiding overgrazing. Cattle graze on grass and small plants which cover piece of land. Thus they expose the top layer and make it prone to erosion. Therefore, cattle should not be allowed to graze the field. To prevent cattle grazing, farmers can use wire boundary around the field. 6. By bunds. Water of river wash away the soil on their banks. To prevent this, tall mud walls are built on the sides of the rivers. These are called bunds. Bunds act as a barrier between the river and river banks. 7. By trees and plant strips. Strips of grass, trees or shrubs can be grown around the fields. These strips slow water runoff from field and remove soil, chemicals and trines before water enters a stream. Continuous review. The uppermost layer of the earth is called soil. The soil is the foundation of all life on the earth. Water and all other nutrients flow away with water. The soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks due to action of wind, water, temperature, and microorganisms. Factors responsible for soil erosion are rain, moving water, air, overgrazing, and human activities. Soil can be conserved by planting grass and plants. To prevent soil, slopes are cut into terrace or steps. Dams and embankments are built for checking soil erosion. In plains, farmers build fences around the field to prevent soil erosion. Strips of grass, trees or shrubs can be grown around the field to prevent the soil.
Like, share and subscribe.